Have you ever tried talking to someone, but they got their headphones in and can't hear a word? Then you're shouting, and they still don't respond. You try again. You keep talking. Still nothing. So what do? You talk louder, then louder. Then you scream. That's exactly what happens when your hormones are trying to send a message, but your body isn't listening. Let's go on a journey to find out why that happens and how to finally get your body listening again. So what is a hormone really? A hormone is produced in an organ, tissue, or gland in the body to deliver a message from one part of your body to another. It's kind of like a mail carrier. It picks up a message from one part of your body, like the brain, and it delivers it somewhere else, like the thyroid or ovaries. So here's an example. Your hypothalamus, deep in the brain, makes a hormone called TRH. TRH then travels to the pituitary gland to tell it to make another hormone called TSH. TSH then goes to your thyroid to deliver a message. This message is to tell your thyroid to produce T3 and T4 to manage your metabolism. So hormones are chemical messengers that help your body talk to itself. But what if no one opens the mail? Now, let's talk about where these messages go. Think of your organs and tissues as houses. Inside each house is a mailbox. This is called a receptor site. If the mailbox is working, the hormone message can get delivered. But what if your mailbox is either glued shut with plastic from your water bottle, or stuffed with junk mail from pesticides on your food, or just completely full from fake hormones in your shampoo? Then your body can't get the message. It's like the hormone mail carrier is standing at the door of your ovaries and yelling, "Hey ovaries, lay an egg." But the mailbox is jammed and no one gets the message. So what happens when the message doesn't get through? The body doesn't just sit quietly. It starts trying harder. Your brain tells your pituitary, "Send the signal again." So it does. Then the body still tries again. Nothing. So then again. And once again. Each time louder, more intense, more desperate. The pituitary is now screaming, trying to get through the noise. But the receptors are still blocked and still aren't listening. Let me give you one specific example. And this is just an example. This happens all over the body. But let's look at the ovaries, for instance. They've been ignoring the pituitary's message for so long, not because they're stubborn, but because their receptor sites are blocked, clogged, or hijacked. So when the pituitary finally screams loud enough, the ovary jolts awake and go, okay, I hear you. And they respond, not calmly, not with grace, but with a messy, dramatic, too little, too late reaction. They look like hot flashes, mood swings, irregular or missed periods, belly fat that won't budge, and insomnia. Of course, there are many organs and tissues other than the ovaries that communicate via hormones. These organs and tissues have a variety of different receptor sites to receive the messages from hormones. Each receptor is designed to receive a very specific message. Some of these receptor sites are waiting for serotonin or dopamine, which are your feel-good messengers. Others are tuned in to acetylcholine, your brain and body movement messenger. Some are on high alert for insulin, the sugar supervisor, telling your cells when to absorb glucose. So when these receptor sites are clogged with debris, then the important messages never get delivered. The hormone tries to deliver the message, but no one's picking up the mail because it was never delivered. Your hormones are not broken. Your hormones are screaming. They're just yelling to be heard. But if your receptor sites are still sitting there going, la 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 la, I can't hear you, then the chaos continues. So maybe you get your hormones tested and your doctor says everything looks normal, but that doesn't mean that your hormones are actually working properly and doing its job. It's like checking your car battery. It's fully charged, but the wires are so corroded that the car simply won't start. The message isn't getting through. Sometimes you don't need more hormones. You simply need to clean the receptor sites so that your body can actually use the ones that it already has. It's like cleaning out the mailbox by getting rid of all that junk mail. So what's jamming up your mailboxes? Plastics from food containers and water bottles. Fake estrogens from lotions, shampoos, and perfumes. Pesticides on non-organic food. Hormones from meat like turkeys pumped full of estrogen, as well as dairy. Not to mention birth control residue and synthetic meds, as well as artificial flavorings and preservatives in packaged foods, and fluoride and bromine from toothpaste, bread, and tap water. Look at it this way. If we're butterballing turkeys with estrogen to fatten them up, and then we eat that said turkey, do you think it butterballs us too? You betcha. This is where symptoms start to show up. You don't feel like yourself. Your body's internal messages are getting lost, ignored, or shouted over. So guess what? Your mood crashes. Your brain fogs up. Your energy drops. Your blood sugar skyrockets. You gain weight or you lose your cycle. Your sleep, digestion, or immune system starts to suffer. It's not that your body's broken, it's that it can't hear itself. So the question is, how do we clean out the junk and make the receptor sites ready to receive these important messages that it hasn't been able to receive? What can we do so that your body can start communicating clearly again? Let's take it step by step. All right, let's talk the solutions. You made it this far, so let's ease into one of the most important parts of this entire journey: how to clean off the gunk off of your receptor sites and how to keep it from coming back. So now you know your body has little mailboxes called receptor sites. That's where hormones will drop off their messages. Now, let's talk about how to clean them out and how to keep your body's mailboxes from getting so overstuffed with junk mail, ads, and plastic flyers that by the time something important shows up, you either can't reach it or it gets torn to shreds trying to pull it out. Sure, most of what's in there is garbage anyway, but the real problem is all that junk is blocking all the good stuff from getting through. Because if those mailboxes stay clogged, the messages don't get through, and you keep feeling off. And here's how to start clearing them out, one simple step at a time. Step 1, let's start off by rebooting the brain's message system. Some of the most sensitive receptor sites live in your brain and nervous system. These are the first places that get foggy when receptor sites get clogged, especially when they're exposed to plastics, chemicals, metals, or hormone disruptors. We can support these brain messengers with natural tools like acetyl L-carnitine. Think of this as like jumping cables for your brain. It helps the brain cells talk to each other. Then there's acetylcholine. This is like giving your brain a fresh battery pack. It boosts clarity and attention. Then we have inositol. This one helps you stay calm and balanced. And it's especially helpful if you deal with anxiety, PCOS, or mood swings. All three of these are gentle, safe, and brain supportive. They don't add more noise, they just clear the static. These help you feel clear, calm, focused, and emotionally balanced. And then there's step 2, remove the metals that mute your body's messages. So let's talk about heavy metals. Metals like mercury, aluminum, lead, and arsenic act like gum stuck in a keyhole. They block the message from getting in. And where do they come from? Over time, our bodies can store metals like mercury, lead, aluminum, and even arsenic from fillings in your teeth, non-organic food, tap water, old cookware, air pollution, deodorant, pollution, and even makeup. So how do we gently pull them out? Nature gave us cleanup tools. First, we have cilantro. It's not just a garnish. It grabs onto metals and pulls them from our tissues. Then there's chlorella and spirulina. These are algae superfoods that act like magnets for toxins and escorts them out of your body. Think of these like a detox cleaning crew for your cells. These metals that stick to receptor sites, like gum in a keyhole, they can be removed, especially with these natural cleanup tools. Now on to step 3. This is where we kick out fake hormones that are blocking your thyroid. Have you ever heard of fluoride or bromine? Fluoride and bromine love to jam your thyroid's receptor sites. They're found in tap water, non-organic bread, toothpaste, flame retardants in furniture, and even sodas. Look out for the words fragrance, parabens, or phthalates in your lotions, shampoos, deodorants, and makeup. Switch to clean, natural personal care items. Fake estrogens confuse your body and block your real hormone messages from delivering their messages. These guys love to invade your thyroid's receptor sites. Fake hormones like fluoride and bromine, they sneak into your thyroid's receptor sites and pretend that they belong there. But they end up blocking your real hormones from getting through and doing their job. But there's one mineral that helps kick them out. Iodine. Iodine is like the bouncer at the club. It kicks out the imposters. When iodine shows up, it pushes the fake stuff out of line. But just go slow and work with a practitioner, especially if you have a thyroid condition. All right, let's talk about step 4. Here's where we support your liver, which is your body's janitor. The liver is the janitor of your entire hormone system. It's in charge of taking out the trash. It scrubs out the old hormones, breaks down toxins, and cleans out used up chemicals. But if your liver is tired or overwhelmed, it gets backed up. The trash piles up. The junk stays in your system. Your body gets toxic, and the receptor sites get junked up again. But here's how to give your liver a gentle hand. Try some milk thistle, as it heals and protects the liver cells. Then try turmeric, as it reduces liver inflammation and gets bile moving. And then there's dandelion root, as it gently detoxifies and nourishes the liver. And 2 of the best things that you can do to give your liver a boost: castor oil packs and coffee enemas. A healthy liver means that your hormone messages can flow again. Okay, on to step 5. Use gentle herbs to purify and protect. These herbs that I'm about to discuss act like blood filters, helping clean your system and reduce the overload of toxins. Try burdock root, as it cleanses the lymph system and supports skin health. It also purifies the blood. Also, red clover. This helps remove excess estrogen from the body. And then there's nettle leaf. It nourishes the kidneys and cools inflammation. These herbs are like turning on the body's internal washing machine, gently cleaning from the inside out. Now, let's discuss step 6, which is ditching the plastics. Don't microwave food in plastic containers. Say goodbye to plastic water bottles and old Tupperware. Use glass or stainless steel containers instead. Think clean food, clean mailbox. And now, step 7, eat cleaner food. Choose organic when you can. Wash fruits and veggies with baking soda and water. Visit farmers markets where you can see fresher food and fewer chemicals. Remember, pesticides and additives add junk to your system and clog things up. So also avoid fake estrogens. Check your shampoo, lotions, makeup, and deodorant for parabens, phthalates, and fragrance. All right, on to step 8. Sweat it out. Sweating helps flush out chemicals through your skin, your biggest detox organ. So try Epsom salts bath, infrared saunas, hot yoga, or just playing and working outside. Sweat is your built-in chemical exit door. And lastly, step 9, clean up your environment. Skip the plugins, the air fresheners, and scented candles. Use essential oils or beeswax candles for clean, hormone-friendly air. And take it one step at a time. This isn't about perfection. It's about reconnecting your body signals, one cleanup at a time. Just start the cleanup and keep the lines clear. But wait, don't just clean it once. and move on. Make sure to keep it clean. Cleaning receptor sites is just step 1. Step 2 is not dirtying it up again. So here's how people accidentally retoxify themselves every single day. Microwaving food in plastic containers, drinking from plastic water bottles, using fluoride toothpaste, eating factory-raised meat pumped with estrogen and growth hormone, using unscented lotions, air fresheners, plug-ins, and chemical candles, eating pesticide-covered produce, cooking with non-stick or aluminum pans, wearing makeup with parabens, phthalates, or synthetic fragrance, using cleaning products with ammonia, bleach, or formaldehyde, drinking soda with artificial colors and preservatives, storing food in Tupperware or plastic wrap, and eating non-organic produce. Every one of these adds more garbage to your receptor sites. Every one of them blocks communications. So the secret isn't just detoxifying once, it's detoxifying and protecting it from clogging up again. Once your receptors are cleaned out, everything starts to change. Your hormones can finally deliver their messages. Cells understand what to do, and organs can finally take action. Your body stops screaming and starts whispering. It starts working like it was designed to, and everything feels like it's finally in sync. And that's the real goal. Not just more hormones floating around, but hormones that are heard. You feel aligned, balanced, heard. So if you feel like your body's yelling at itself and nothing's happening, it's not your fault. It's probably your receptors. Clean out the gunk. Protect the pathways and reboot your hormone pathways. And finally, your body can start to heal. Now, you know the rest of the story, but it's what you do with this information that counts. See you in the next chapter. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video gave you something valuable to take away. Your next step is just one click away. Check out our next video right here. And if you want to join this community and see more content like this, hit subscribe and give it a like. I truly appreciate the support.